que ha pasado es que el cristal se estaba destruyendo, con una postal bastante bonita, lo guardo por si acaso, pero bueno, que el cristal se estaba destruyendo, y salía la mujer que ayuda a Jill, y le dice, están en un barco, se lo están llevando los sangreferres a todas las mujeres, y le dice, Jill, yo he sobrevivido, ahora tú cumple tu palabra. Y lo que acaba de pasar es que pone mientras tanto, y estaban en la capital del imperio, no en la capital donde ya destruimos, sino en la nueva capital donde hay un cristal nuevo. Y está Joshua con una mujer, y por tanto Joshua no era el que estaba en la cámara esta, en la cámara del cristal que se acaba de destruir, sino que era otro, el encapuchado. Y ya está, y estoy ahí, lo he dejado justo en pausa porque el Joshua se ha empezado a toser y de repente le han dicho por aquí excelencia y ahí me he quedado.
Como a tambalear, como que se va a destruir el sitio este, de repente ha aparecido lo de cargando, eso ha empezado a dar vueltas como una lavadora y ya está. Y ahora ya directamente ha salido pues como que se ha terminado en directo. O sea, en fin, lo tienes subido, o sea, lo puedes ver tú mismo dónde se queda. Pero no, o sea, debe ser lo del anti-spoiler como pasó en el anterior Final Fantasy de todo. O sea, ahí debe haber algo, nene. No he visto nada, o sea, ya te digo, cuando se empieza a tambalear se corta. Yo creo que para cosas así importantes se terminaron los directos, porque es que no. O sea, es una mierda. ¿No lo ves?
¿Me oyes? ¿Me oyes? ¿Me oyes? ¿Me oyes? ¿Me oyes? Vale, venga, continuamos. Ese ya está Joshua. Y ponía mientras tanto, o sea que no era en aquel momento.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure...
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did?
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion, their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbreque?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut.
Bahamut, estos eran los que combatían, que hay momentos que no salen aquí, pero este es el que se convierte en un dragón y lucha contra alguien que se ha convertido en un caballero.
I met him once when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian Trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
Army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sanbreque need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Venga. Me gusta mucho la construcción del mundo, eso sí que está muy bien hecho en este juego. Es la puta. Es la. Me cago en la reputa. Y el otro hijo que tiene con el emperador, la madre que la parió, será zorra.
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer.
Hostia, ¿qué se está cociendo aquí, por favor?
The looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
A ver qué dice. Príncipe Olivier y su extensión a cargo de Virena Provincia. Una farsa. Es puesta bajo custodia de la corona imperial. Una farsa que culmina en su matrimonio con el emperador Silvestre, de nacimiento del príncipe Olivier y su ascensión. Vale. Olivier Lesage. Segundo hijo del emperador Silvestre III de Annabella y medio hermano de Clive y Dion. Dion es el tío este loco. Su madre lo ha involucrado en asuntos de estado desde que era un niño. Esto no dice nada nuevo.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque.
Para eso tienen que matar a Bahamut.
And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
¿Qué tiene en la mano que ha brillado? Bueno. Ah, por cierto, esto definitivamente sí que era un barco volador antes, porque lo ponía en los datos estos que te pone el juego, en la bibliografía.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
No sé por qué me da que esta misión se va a llamar un instante de misiones secundarias y de hecho ya he visto la primera, está por ahí abajo.
So, will it be?
Ole, espada de platino mejorada, que es bastante mejor que lo que ya tengo. Bueno, bastante, es un poco mejor que lo que ya tengo. Y se puede mejorar encima.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
Ahora me la voy a equipar. Me la mejoro, la hago superior.
But it'll do.
Y ya es una espada de platino. A ver. Si la espada de platino mejorada. No, ya tengo la superior. Vale, mejor que esto en principio ya no puedo. Vale, a ver, ¿qué más hay? Por aquí. No, es que directamente no hay nada. Aquí cinturón de platino mejorado. Cinturón matadragones. No tengo el electromesa. Esto sí me lo puedo hacer. Y esto también, pero no es mejor que lo que ya tengo. Pero esto sí. Pues cinturón de platino mejorado.
Last you a good while.
Matadragones es mejor, pero sigo sin poder hacérmelo. Y en mejorar puedo mejorar esto.
Yeah, that should do ya.
Y ahora en esto me falta para tener el de lanzamiento de platinos este. Que puedo crearlos y luego mejorarlos y quizás sea mejor que lo que ya tengo.
Should last you a good while.
No me lo equipo, pero a lo mejor así no. No, ni haciendo los superiores se quedan mejor que lo que ya tengo. Pues nada, lo venderé.
That it? Fine.
A comprar pociones. Que las he
Now
perdido
what
todas.
can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Aunque desde luego el dinero no es un problema. Cinturón de platino, avanzaron los de platino.
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind.
Podría comprarme muchas más cosas, pero es que para qué. Bueno, mira, va. Voy a comprar esto. Que el dinero me sobra. Es que al final. Y vamos a vender cosas. La espada Invictus esta. Una de las 7 espadas forjadas en las abrasadoras llamas del monte. Es que claro, sí, está muy chula. Pero ¿de qué me sirve tenerla? Es igual que esto. ¿De qué me sirve tenerlo realmente? Igual que la espada coralina esta. Es que ¿de qué me sirve tener todo esto realmente? En principio de nada. El emblema de poder tampoco lo quiero, el emblema de protección tampoco, porque tengo equipados mejores. Y aquí puedo vender todos los objetos lucrativos así. Lo otro me lo puedo quedar si eso para cosas. Y esto ya está. Vamos a ver la misión secundaria esta. Bueno, a ver, se supone que me quedo con todo bien. Sí. Esto es donde está el huerto, no sé qué me van a enseñar aquí.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did.
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a Morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the Hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the Hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Bueno.
Tell me of these Morganbeards, then.
But of course. If my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowwise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
Es posible que pase un momento y la haga. Total, no creo que por Rosaria volvamos en una temporadita corta y estas misiones cuando ponen el plus suelen ser importantes, suelen dar algo interesante. Una medio ambrosia.
Is it true what I'm hearing, Sid? You cracked another crystal?
The fires of freedom sweep the land, set holy ground to flame.
Geralt of Rivia. Na, 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 na.
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
Mándame a ver, cabrón.
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen.
Ay, qué desgracia.
Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the Hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
No.
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. What? They said they'd give us new clothes.
Suficiente, hasta aquí. Hasta luego, nena. Oh,